Hello traders, thank you for your well wishes. I made it safely. 1,700 miles or 1,800 miles total. Safe and sound with the gang here, getting ready for the launch. Wanted to go through a couple of things with you here as I see some pretty amazing setups for our private client group video. So special situation video begins now. It is a Monday, and we're starting off February with some real high quality trading signals. Number one, we're looking at US dollar versus the Swiss franc daily chart. As I tighten this chart down, I want you to look left. We're going to identify critical structure support that occurred right here. Now you'll note that we came down in June of 09, tested again here, 24th, tested again here, the 22nd of July, again here, the 31st, again here, August. The entire month we held. The other thing I want you to note, visual price pattern, as on the right-hand side we see the descending wedge with the high-to-high trend line showing resistance. Now what this always tells us is that traders are coming back into the market and they're selling it at lower highs each time. Obviously we have one of two things that'll happen. We're either going to break up this way and then rally, or we're going to break below and drive down to Fibonacci extensions. I want to show you this and show you again the power and the consistency of the fibs. I'm going to take the initial impulse leg that's set up right there, and you'll note that we immediately drove to the 127 extension right here at 102.77. We stopped there from September 21st. We rallied here September 30th. We retested the 127 extension right there October 8th. And then once we finally took out that level of support, we made new lows here. We rallied back up, and previous structure support became, fill in the blank, resistance. You're exactly correct. Now what's happened since then, we drove down. We just barely missed right here our 1618 extension at 98.70. That low comes in at 99.14. So we're on a daily chart with an average true range of 100 pips, and we came in about 40 pips from our expected 1618 target. All right, so now you know where we've gotten these key levels. We're going to expand the chart. Now let's go back to work on some fibs, and we're going to focus right here on the right-hand side. We're going to take our fib extension. We're going to go from this swing low to this impulse high that occurred before we pulled back here and then rallied. And when we do that, you're going to notice a beautiful 127 Fibonacci extension coming in at 106. We're right at our previous structure support where we anticipate resistance. We're going to look left, and we're also going to take a look at one-to-one symmetry. So we'll use the line tool. We'll go from the swing low to this impulse. We'll pull this down, and we'll go one-to-one measured move right there. Now you notice that that's going to project to 107.20s. So we need to place stops above our one-to-one symmetrical projection and above that 1618 extension. Not only that, but I want you to notice at the bottom of the chart right there, our ATR is set at 102. So remember, we talk about a 2x stop. So 2x, which is 2 ATR, puts our stop at basically 200 pips. That's our risk. We want to produce a one-to-one, so we want to go 200 pips reward on the scalper. It's a short entry, which is with the overall major trend. And you can see here that we've already had a bit of a pullback. Now, I shot this out via email today. Some of you are already short, as you reported the sells around 105.90s, 105.80s. So the first target's going to be back down into right around this swing low. We'll expand the chart further. And we're going to go with our Fibonacci retracement. Swing low to that impulse high. And you'll note that if we pull back down right here to around that 103.60 area, not only would that produce about 200 pips in profit, but also we'd be retesting near the 618 retracement and near this last swing low. Then clearly, if we break through this support level, we'll easily move back down here to the 101.40s. All right, so there's the U.S. Swissy. Short entries right there, and then wanted to give you an overview of how I arrived at that analysis. Now we're going to go back in. We looked at the euro as well. Euro continues to sell off, so we're moving down towards our extended targets now. Those of you that got short have already hit your T1, which was at the 127 price extension. Okay, so we hit our 140s right there, and you see that we held here for 2 days before blowing through it, closing on new lows for the day, for the week, for the month, for the year, and now we're expecting that 136.50 to be the next move. Now we'll expand the chart slightly, and you'll see over here on the right side we're going to go swing high to this low. We're going to take this and now look for that same symmetrical one-to-one move to be present, and you'll see that that projects right into our previous 1618 Fibonacci extension. So there's 1-to-1 symmetry on the right side as well. All right, now let's continue. Kind of fast-paced here. Always have your pen out when we're walking through these so you can just write down primary stops and targets. I posted this one earlier. Again, the Japanese yen rallying right back into this beautiful SOS4 sell. Look left. Our SOS indicator right here generates the short entry around 90.80s. Beautiful pullback here for 100 pips. We then go